welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here at podiumarcher.com, looking at the dialed Pruf sight. New model, let's check it out. There's some drastic changes from what I understand, but I haven't played with it and I didn't really get it explained to me, so we're just gonna fumble through it together. This is a vertical 3-pin, which I am a fan of. They are fixed 3 pins. So let's see here. Little photochromatic, not photochromatic, like a little sleeve that covers up your fiber for your midday stuff. I'm assuming this is a light. Yeah, it looks like a light option that comes with it. I want to say this sight is, in fact, hang on, I just checked it. Let me look it up real quick so I don't forget. This is $560. And this is the bridge lock version, but I do make it with multiple different attachment points as far as I know. We'll go on multiple different bows. They do a Picatinny and a direct. And I don't think there's a price difference between the three. So there's a button on top to turn this on and off as you go. And you can slide it over the top of it and slide it off. So you still get the optional tinting and untinting depending on your lighting that you have with the other piece. But it just does pop on and pop off. I think it's going to take a lot to get that off. It's probably relatively safe running through the woods, but I'd keep an eye on it at first. They offer a couple of things that are unique to them. One, the bubbles in the top, not the bottom. That's something they did to try to allow you greater distance down in the housing for increased shot length. The other thing that they claim makes a difference is bringing the scope closer to your eye as you shoot down. Helps you keep your peep in the same position or a closer position, and as you bring the sight in closer to you, you can shoot farther away. Some of the things they addressed in these sights was that. Now originally they had no way to adjust the rail, and it looks like first you can adjust that. Let me adjust this and make sure. Yeah, it looks like they finally addressed that. Some manufacturers will claim it doesn't matter, but almost every sight now has that adjustment, and there's a reason for it. It does matter, at least in my opinion. So if you don't have a first axis, I'm not really interested. So those lock on whatever adjusts there, and I'm going to assume that this allows it to move. It should. It looks like it does. Yep. So you can adjust your first axis or the rail independently of the bow, which is awesome. That was really my big hang up with this sight before, to be honest. You'll see I never made a review of it because I didn't like that feature, that it didn't offer that, because that's really important to me. And we didn't carry them. But even though we don't carry these sights, which maybe we will in the future, I don't know, I did feel it was a new sight that was relevant that you guys should know about and have, you know, I guess my 2 cents on it. It also has a second axis adjustment screw here, and it actually labels it, which is kind of cool. First and second. Is there a third? Yep, third axis here. So you can adjust all 3 axes, and it does look like they're a bit of micro adjustment. Maybe not on the third. Let's take a look here. See how that works. Oh, yeah. So your third axis is not a micro adjust, but at least there is an option for it, and it does sit relatively stiff instead of just getting sloppy. So you should be able to tweak it a little bit pretty easily as opposed to like a loose one. So yeah, this is way drastic improvement from what they made before. I will actually give these another hard look, and I'm going to call them and see if they'd be interested in allowing us to be a dealer, because this is a drastic improvement and I'm pretty impressed with it. They do offer different pin configurations. I was going to say this is the one that I asked them for because I like a 3-pin vertical, because I like that sight picture where it looks like 1 pin with 3 dots on it, which is pretty sweet. This is for a Mathews, so let's throw it on a Mathews and see how easy it is to adjust. So first off, let me apologize for any background noise you might hear. There's a bunch of construction going on back here, but we have limited time to get this out, so we're just gonna have to deal with the background noise. I'm sorry if you hear a loud concrete vibrating machine going on back there, but so this actually fits really well. Like, it's like they really machined this slot specifically for this Mathews. There's no slop in it, which is cool. It's a nice fitment. And aesthetically, it's hard to argue with how good of a job Dialed does for the look. They look really nice on a bow, not gonna lie. I know that's probably not super important, and they do offer them multiple different colors, which is pretty sweet. I do need to make a correction. There is price differences in these sights. So a 1-pin is $560, the 3-pin is $580, and a 5-pin is $600, just FYI. First, second, third axis adjustments, let's see how they fit. This is Right out of the gate, that's pretty close to lined up. Their windage system looks like it's hand adjustable. It's got clicks in it, relatively smooth. Lock it down with your fingers so you don't have to use an Allen wrench. You can adjust the scope head independently of the body, and you have all 3 axes. Let's see how adjusting this goes. We'll grab a level and get it set. And we're a little off there, which is good, so we can play with it a little bit. Now this is a little tricky here. So you're going to need a set of stubbies to loosen these back 2 screws up when it's tucked in. I almost feel like that might have been an oversight, like they probably didn't put this on a bow that is a bridge lock before they decided how to adjust these, because that is a little awkward to get at. I didn't see any Allen wrenches in the box, so I don't think they provided you with stubbies. This little Easton kit, I actually sell a ton of these. We keep these around. I think they're about 20 bucks. But in order to get into some things, yeah, I can't even get at the screws this way. So, gotta be honest, that's a little disappointing. It's gonna be hard to get your sight level and know it's level if you have to loosen it up and slide it out to get at these adjustments. And I can't quite get in there, and this is in the one indent. When you look at the dovetail, there's only one slot to tighten it down at. So I'm gonna have to loosen this up, push it out a little bit, tighten it back down a little bit. Unless I missed something. I thought there was only one spot in here to set it. To try to get this axis, and then we'll put it back where it goes and see if it lines up at that point. I think we got I need one size down. Now that I can get in there. All right, so now that that's in there, we can tighten these back 2 screws down, slide the sight back to where it goes, and make sure it's still level. Hopefully it will be. If not, I don't know what to tell you on trying to get this thing set. That would be awkward. Okay, we're still level, we're good. And now you look at the other one and it's perfectly level too. So these are probably putting a jig in the factory to line this one up with that one. So we don't need that adjustment. And your third axis is going to line right up for you. And it doesn't look, it's not shootable, but it is relatively fine. So I'd probably pull it back in a draw board at an angle if you could, but you can just finitely move it in and out. So the sight looks clean, looks really good. And like I said, aesthetically, they're very hard to beat, and they do come in a bunch of different colors, so that part's pretty cool as well, and any kind of attachment system. And it didn't look like there was a price difference for attachment systems, only a price difference for pin configurations. So we'll reach out to them and see if they'll let us carry their products, because I know they have a limited amount of people they allow to sell them. It's mostly direct, and I think Shields, if I remember right, does carry them, but maybe we can get in there. We'll see. Head on over to podiumarchery.com for all those archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping, and maybe this, we'll find out. Coupon code MFJJ will save you a little money. If your local shop carries this site, go check it out down there, although I don't think they do. I don't think most of them do. It's really a direct consumer product. So hopefully we can bridge that gap for you. Thanks for watching.